Welcome to Prwatech. Here is Ajay. I will be the trainer for AWS. And today this is the topic we are going to cover. IAM. IAM means Identity Access Management. And these are the different subtopics we are going to cover. First one we will be covering IAM user and group, and also we will see some practicals, how to create user, how to create group, and how to create policy and policy structure. And next, multi-factor authentication, how to assign a multi-factor authentication. And next one, we will see how to create a role, IAM role, and what is the use of IAM role. And after that, password policy of IAM. And after that, we will see AWS regions and availability zone. And first, we will start from IAM user and groups. Why do we need to create IAM means? Suppose you are having one root account, and if you want to create some sub accounts, you can just using the root account, you can create up to 1,000 accounts you can create. And here you can see a root account is the account through which you can have assigned up providing your card and billing details. And if you want to create any IAM user, first we have to have a root account. For creating root account, in last session we have saw how to create a root account. And after creating a root account, if you want to create any sub account, that one will call as IAM user. And if you want to create IAM user, you can easily create using the root account. And you can give the permissions also for each user. If you want to give separate permission, just you can give the permission. And IAM user, how it works means you can see this is my root account where I have created using my card details and giving the information. And using the root account, if you want to create different users, you can create. You can see if I'm creating one user, user two, user three. I want to give for user one, I want to give some permission easy to access. And for user two, I want to give this S3 access. And for user three, I want to give both EC2 access and S3 access. I can easily create using root account. Around n number of accounts you can create so accounts. And next we will see IAM user and group. As you know, full form of IAM is Identity Access Management, and this one, it will be in global service. Global service, I told right, you will be having different regions. Whenever you are going for the IAM, the regions will be converted into global service. And if you want to create any user, first you have to have a root account. And why we are creating this IAM user account means, if you want to share your account to any others, in any other, if you want to use any services, like you cannot able to share your root account. That is like very secure. And for that only, this will be creating one IAM user account. And after that, we will be sharing the details. Like we will be getting, if you're creating any IAM user account, this will be getting some password and ID. You can share that to any other user. And if you want to create a group also, you can create, suppose if you're having a development team, if you want to create 5 accounts, just you can create the 5 user account and you can add it to any group. And fourth point, you can say groups only contain users, not other groups. Inside groups, you can only have the users. You cannot able to create one more group inside any group. Suppose if you're having any development team, inside that development team, if you want to create any other group like testing and all, you cannot able to create. Inside groups, you will be having only the users. And next one is users can belong to multiple groups. It means if you're creating one user, if you want to add to any 2 or 3 groups, you can add. Suppose one user is there, if you want to add to development group and also if you want to add to testing, you can easily add. Next, you can see the image. Suppose if you're having developers for creating a group called developers, and after if you want to add some 3 users, this will be having creating 3 users, and you'll be giving some permission, and you will be adding to the developers team. And if you want to create one more team called operation, just you can create one more group, and instead that if you want to add any users, just you can add. Else if you are having some 2 users in different groups. If you want to add to any other new group, just I'm creating one more group, added team. And if I want to add in developers one user is there and in operation one user is there, want to add the 2 users to any other new group, just you can add. And if you don't want to add any user to any group, just you can leave the user as it is. And next we will see IAM policies structure. What is IAM policy structure means? Like if you're giving any permission, all the permissions will be in JSON format. This one will call it as JSON format. First, we'll see what is version. What is version means for every policy you will be having some version, and it will be included like 2012 or the year it will be included. And next one is ID. What is the ID means? Here you can see you will be having some which you are going to give the permission. That is what ID. If you are giving S3 like S3 account permissions, or if you want to give some other permission, you will be having some ID. And after that, statement. What is a statement means? In statements only we'll be giving the permission. Suppose if you want to give S3 permission, or if you want to give any EC2 permission, this will be mentioning in statement. And statement consists of SID. First one is SID. SID means if you're giving one statement, the statement ID will be one. If you're giving two, the statement ID will be two. That is optional. If you want to give, you can give. And next one is effect. What is the use of effect means? Suppose if you want to give any permission, just you can give allow. If you want to decline any permission, just will be giving deny. Allow and deny. And see, if I want to give any permission, just I will be giving here allow. If I want to deny any permission, I can give here deny. And after that, in principals, you will be giving the account ID. You will be having some ID. You will be copy and pasting your account ID. And after that, in actions, we will be giving what all the permission you are going to give. You will be writing in actions. You can see here there are two permissions. One is get object and put object means if you want to upload any object to S3, this will be giving these permissions. And if you want to get means if you want to download anything, this option should be enabled. And after that, you can say resources. What is the use of resources means you have to give, if you suppose you'll be having different buckets, you'll call it as different buckets. If you want to give to any specific bucket, this you can mention in resource. And after this condition, and these also optional, or why we will use this condition means you can mention when it should be applied. Suppose it should apply next day or any day, you can just give in condition. And next one is multi-factor authentication. What is multi-factor authentication means? Suppose if you want to secure your account, this will be assigning your MFA. You can see users have access to your account and can possibly change configuration or delete in your AWS account. Suppose if you're creating some high-end users, and they can also have the access for if you are creating any configuration. Suppose if you have created an EC2 instance or something, that AM user also can delete or anything can do. For that only, we will be creating some MFA to protect your account. If you want to protect your root accounts, or else if you want to protect your IAM user, you can go for both root accounts on IAM users, you can create the MFA. And how MFA works means, suppose first you will be assigning MFA, and after that you will be writing your password. First you will be writing your email address, and after that you will be entering your password, and after that you will be writing the code. What you will get MFA, like if you are configuring to your own mobile device, and just you will be getting some code, and you will be entering the code after writing your password. You can see in image also if you there is a user, and first you will be entering the email address, and after that you have to enter the password, and after password you have to enter the MFA. Then only you can log into the AWS, or else you cannot able to log in. And the main benefit of MFA is if a password is stolen or hacked, the account is not compromised. It means suppose if your account is hacked, they cannot able to log in because you have assigned an MFA. If you're not assigned MFA, like easily they can hack your account. They can, if they know password and your email address, they can easily hack your account if you are not assigned any MFA. If you are assigned any MFA, they want to log in, they need the MFA. And next we will see IAM roles and services. What is IAM roles for services means? Suppose if you want to give any permission to any services, like in AWS, as I said, there will be different services. If you want to give any permission to any services, first you will be coming to the IAM role. and you will be creating the role, and after that you will be assigning that role to any services. Here you can see I'm just having EC2, these and service, and first point you can see some AWS service will need to perform some actions on your behalf. And after that, to do so, we will assign permissions to AWS services with IAM roles. If you want to give any permission to any other services, first you will be going for the roles and which permission you want to give. This will be selecting the permissions. And after that, you will be creating the role. And after that, if you want to give to any other services, we'll be selecting and giving. There are some common roles is there. If you want to give to EC2, you can give orders. If you want to give for the Lambda, you can give. And you can there are different services also is there. If you want to create for S3, you can create. And next we'll see IAM password policy. What's it, what password policy means? And by default, you will be having this password policy. There is a password policy you have to enter whenever you are creating any IAM user. There is the default password. First, we have to give in strong password. You have to give. You can see first it has to be like minimum length should be like 8 characters, and you have to use some special characters, and also you have to use uppercase, and also you have to use lowercase, and also you have to use numbers, and also you have to use non-alphanumeric characters. And also you can mention like, for example, if you're creating any IAM user and if you want to them to change their password on their first login, just you can give the option or you can select the option also. And also if you want to give, for example, for 30 days, they have to change frequently, they have to change every 30 days password means this you can select the option also. You'll be getting some password expiration option. This you can give the date also. Days, how many days you can give. For example, they have to change their password for 10 days once. Yes, you can give the expiration date. And see, requires user to change the password after some time. Password expiration, just you can give the time. And next one is AWS regions and availability zones. As I said, what is regions and availability zones means? Regions means like Mumbai is a region, Delhi is a region, and then Virginia and California, that all will call it as region. And what is availability zone means? In each region, you will be having three availability zones and maximum it can be six. What is availability zone means? We'll call it as data centers, where in each region you will be having 3 to 6 like data centers, where your data will be stored. Here you can see if you're selecting any region, usually you'll be having three, minimum three or maximum six. And it will be named like this, like AP Southeast 2A, 2B, 2C. Suppose if you're selecting Sydney and there is the one data center and there is second and there is third, but it will be connected to each other. Suppose if you're deploying your application in Sydney, your data will be stored in three availability zones. Suppose in Sydney, if you're having three availability zones or data centers, your data will be stored in three data centers. If anything happened or disaster happened to this AP Southeast 2A, you will get your data from 2B. If these also anything happened, you will get the data from 2C. Next one is same thing. We'll be taking some extra points, AWS regions and availability zones. And why we will be choosing why there are different regions means first point is pricing. What is pricing means in every region the pricing will be vary. If you're selecting Mumbai, the price will be one thing. For if you're selecting Sydney, the price will be other thing. Like price will be varying to different regions. And second point is available services within a region. What is available services within a region means suppose if any AWS is releasing any new services, in some regions the services will be available, in some regions some services will be not available. And also for any government regulations they are taking and coming means we will be not having some services in your region. And like every availability source will be connected to each other with the high bandwidth, like ultra low latency and networking internet. And internet speed will be very high. And low latency means ultra low latency, your data centers will be connected to each other. If you're getting any data, you'll be getting the data from three availability zones. Now just we will see practicals. First we will see how to create IAM user and groups. Just go to Google and then just type AWS. Type AWS Management Console, and after that, just log in. Click on login to the console, and you can see this is the root user. I'm just logging into the root user. If you're creating any IAM user, this will be clicking here, and you will be logging using IAM user. I'm just logging to my root user. And see, I have logged into my account. You did not create the account. Let's check the last module. I have shown you how to create the account. And if you come here, you'll be getting different options. This one will call it as regions. If I want to select Mumbai, I'll be just clicking on the region and I will be selecting Mumbai. And after that, if I want to create a IAM user, just in search bar, just search IAM and you'll be getting the first option. Just select the IAM. You see, I'm just getting some security recommendation to add an MFA. I have not added to my account IMFA. If I want to add, I will be just clicking on add MFA. And after that, you can just configure. And you can see you will be getting different options in left side. And this one you will call it as dashboard. Here you can see if you're creating any groups, it will be showing you. If you're creating any user, or if you're creating any rules or policies, this you can see in dashboard. And first we will see how to create a user. For creating user, you can see in left side user is. Just click on that user. And after for creating the user, we have to click on the create user. You can see right side, the create user option is. Just click on create user. And after that, we have to give the name, username. Just I'm giving you demo user one. And after that, here you can see that it is asking option, provide user account AWS Management Console access. If you want to give the access to this management console, just will be clicking on here. And after that, just click on I want to create IAM user. And here you can see it is asking auto generate password or custom password. If you want to give any custom password, you can give your. And if you're giving custom password, it should be 8 characters long. And also you have to use some special characters and uppercase, lowercase, and numbers. And also you can use symbols. Just giving your password. And after that, here you can see one more is a user must create a new password at next signing. If they, when they are signing in, if they want to create any password, this you can, they have to change the password means this you can select this option or else you can remove the option. Just giving the option. And after that, just click on next. And here you can see I'm just getting three options. And first one is add users to the group. If you want to add these users to any group, just you can click on this one and you'll be adding this user to any other group. And if I want to copy the permissions of any users, this will be clicking here. And if you're having any other user, this will be selecting and will be copying the permission to this user. And if you do, we'll see this next. First, we will see how to attach a policies. I'm just clicking on attach policy. And you can see these are the different policies are available. You can see there are total 1,125 policies are there. If you want to give any policy, this will be searching here. I'm just giving you admin. I want to give admin access to this user. I'm just selecting this option. I've selected administration access, and after that, just click on next, and you will get the summary like what I have done. You have the two permissions I have added. Like this is a default permission where I have gave user has to change their password on the login, this one. And this was the policy I have selected administrator access. And there is my username, and I have created custom password, and user has to reset their password at their login. And after that, just click on create user, and you can see it showing user created successfully. And there is the username, and there is the console. And if I want to send this to anyone, this login details, if you want to send to anyone in the mail, just you'll be clicking on this one. You can mail it. Or else if you want to download the CSV, I'm clicking on download CSV and see it has been downloaded. If I want to open, I'm just clicking on that one. Here you can see you'll get the username, you'll get the password, and you'll get the link to login. Just And after that, if I want to log in using that, then now I am in root account. If I want to log into the IAM account, right? For that, what we have to do means just I'm giving you, I'm again searching your AWS. I'm just clicking on log into my console. I'm just clicking on sign into the console. And here we have, if you want to log into the using root user, this will be click selecting this one. If I want to log in using IAM user, just select this one. And here we have to type our account ID. Here we'll get this one will work as account ID. Or else you can use username also. And this is my username for account ID. This one called as account ID. Just copy this account ID. And after that, we have to type the password. And this is the password I have gave custom password. And you can see it is asking to change the password. When I'm logging in, they have gave the option there. They have used us to change the password on their login. Thus, we have to provide our old password. And here you can give the new password. And after giving the password, just click on confirm password change. And then just will be logging into the AWS. You can see I'm now in demo user one, and this is my IAM account. I'm not in root account. You can see it is showing IAM user account. And if I want to add MFA, right, you can add here also. If you want to add to this IAM user account, just you can come here and you can add the IAM. And here you can see I can see the user. If I want to create a user, now I'm in IAM user account. And if I want to create account, and there is the user I have created. Now I have logged in using this user only, demo user one. And if I want to create user, just I'll be clicking on create user. I'm just giving demo user two. Just giving same option I'm selecting. Now I'm just giving auto generate password. I'm not selecting this option. Just clicking on next. I'm clicking on attach policies directly. And after that, I'm just clicking on next and clicking on create user. Here you can see user has been created. And why I'm just having, I can able to create means there the permission I have gave to the, here I have gave the permission for demo user as administrator access. What is administrator access means? What all the root accounts can perform, right? All the things can be performed by this demo user one. If I want to change the permissions, suppose if I'm giving just logging into my root account, and I have logged into my root account using my root account. You can see I'm just getting IAM ID. I'm just going to IAM, and here you can see users is there. And if I want to change anything from the user one, just you can click on the demo user one, and here you will get, if you click on that, here you can see permissions. There we are giving two permissions, administrator access, and if I want to remove this administrator access, just I can select this one and I can remove this one. I have removed the policy. And if the user it is in, if this user is in any group, just you can see here, if the user is in no groups, is not showing anything. And if I click on for now, I'm trying to create any user or trying to delete, right? You can see I'm just trying to delete. Just have to type your username. Just typing your username. Yes, and then just click on delete user. Here you can see I'm just getting the error because I cannot able to delete the account. Now, if I'm trying to create account, right? I'm just clicking on create account. I'm just giving your demo user 3, and after that, I'm just giving the options auto generate password. Now selecting that option. I'm clicking on next. Attach policies directly. I'm not returning any policy. I'm clicking on next. And then just clicking on create user. Here you can see before I was able to create the account. Now I cannot able to create the account. Why means I have removed the administrator access permission. I have, you can see I'm logging using the IAM user. Now I cannot able to create the account. I don't have permission to create or delete the account. I want to give only the IAM permission. For that, what I have to do means just I'm going to my root account. This is my root account, and this is my root account. If I want to, and this is my user account, this is my root account, this is my see demo user one. I'm just going inside that. I want to add permission and see in permissions, just click on add permission. It can select your attached policies directly. And here I'm just searching IAM. Here you can see you'll be getting different access. IAM full access, IAM read-only access, and if I'm giving IAM full access means here you can perform all the actions. If you want to delete or if you want to create, you can create. This user can create. So I'm just giving read-only permission means just you can see what all the users are available. Here you can see what all the users are available. From just giving this access also, you can see the access. From giving full access, you can perform all the things. If I want to create or if I want to delete, you can do. I'm just clicking on next and I'm just clicking on add permission. You can see one policy has been added. If I'm trying to delete, I'm having demo user 2. This is my the user IAM user account, you can see. I'm just selecting this one. I'm just clicking on delete. I have to type your username. Username is demo user 2. Just copy pasting, click on, and then just click on delete user. Now you can see the user has been deleted. Why it has been deleted means here I have gave the IAM full access. It can only if you want to create or if you want to delete anything, it can do in IAM. And you cannot use any other services. If we want to create any EC2 or any S3 bucket, you cannot able to create. I have gave here only the permission. You can only use IAM full access. If you want to create or if you want to delete anything, you can do in IAM. I'm refreshing. You can see the user has been deleted. It will be reflected on root account also. If anything is performed by IAM user, it will be reflected on root account also. And next, if I want to create any group, just you can see you have to click on user groups, and after that you have to click on create group, and you have to provide your group name. If I want to create for develop developer team, I'm just giving the name. And here, if I want to add any users, just you can add the users here. Just you can select the users and you can give the permission. Why we'll be creating this group means, suppose if you're having 5 or 6 users is there, if you want to give the same permission for 6 users or 5 users, this you can create one group, and after that here you can add the permissions. Suppose if you're having you have to add 10 or 15 permission, you cannot able to manually add for each user. Suppose if you want to add for 5 users, for 20 permission for each user. You cannot able to, it will take time, but you have to write 20 permission means you have to add 20 permission for each user. Just you can create one group and then list all the permission if you want to add. Just select the permissions, and after that, just if you are having users, just you can select the users here. You will getting the user list. If you don't want, just I'm skipping this one. I'm clicking on create group. You can see the group has been created. Inside that there is no user. And here I'm creating one more user. You can see I'm clicking on create user. I'm just giving here dev1 and I'm giving the permission for management console. And after that, if you want to give auto generate or custom password, you can give. And after that, click on next. And here you can see while creating the user itself, you can add this user to any other groups. Here you can see the add users to the group. Here I'm having one group. If I want to add this user to this group, this I'm selecting the group and clicking on next. And here I didn't add any permissions. And see, if I want to add permissions manually, I'll be just going here and I will be adding. Here I didn't add any permission. Just I have selected add user to group and I'm selecting the group and I'm clicking on next and just review it and just click on create user. See, the user has been created and there is the auto-generated password, and I'm just clicking on return to user list. As you saw, I didn't give any permission to dev1. If I'm clicking on dev1, here you can see I am getting the permission administrator access. How I'm getting this administrator access means while creating the group, I have gave some permissions for the group. You can see if I'm selecting on group and developer team, and if I'm clicking on that, you can see there are the different users having how many users it will show you. And if you want to see the permissions, just you can see the permission on the permission here having in group. And these permissions will be added to all the users. Like how many users you are adding to this group, this permission will be reflected to all the users. If you want to remove this user from this development team, just you can select the user and just you can click on remove. We have removed the user. If I'm going to the user, I'm clicking on user, you can see there is no permission to the user. this user before it was having administrator access. Now I'm not having any access to this user. Again, if I want to, after creating user, if I want to add this one means just click on dev1 and then just click on groups and just we have to click on add user to group. And we're having one group. I'm selecting that group and click on add user to group. And I'm clicking on permissions. You can see what I'm having in group. The permission has been added to the user. Same thing if I want to create any multiple groups, just I can give you a create group and you can give the group name. I'm just giving tester1 and where you can see if I want to add this, I'm having two users. I want to add this user to this group also means I can just give you dev1 and here I'm giving some other permissions, just giving searching IAM. Here I'm just giving IAM to read only access and I'm clicking on create group. You see this group also created. And in both the groups, we are having one users. I'm clicking on tester1. You'll be having permissions. Just I'm clicking on the user. You can see this user having two permissions, administrator access and IAM read-only access. Look why I'm getting this second permission means I have added this user to the group user groups called tester. In tester, I'm having this permission. I am read only access. I'm having permission. If you're adding any users to the group, like if you're having any permissions in the user, that will be added to the user also. And next we will see how to create a role. If you want to create a role, just click on roles. And after that, here you can see the option called create role. Just click on create role and it will ask you to, will ask different options. One is AWS service and AWS account and web identity and custom trust policy. Just select on AWS service. If you want to add this role to any services, EC2, Lambda, or any other services, you'll be just clicking on this one. And after that, here you'll be selecting the service, which service you're going to add. Here I'm just selecting EC2. And after that, just click on next. And here you can see we'll be having different permissions. You can select the which permission we're going to add. If I want to add, I'm just searching EC2. If I want to add only EC2 permission to the service, this I can select this one and I can click on next. And here we have to give the role name. I'm just giving you EC2 and role 1. You can give any name. And after that, just click on create role. And this role has been created. You can see the role has been created. And if I want to add this role to any other services, you can add this role to the EC2 instance. We will see how to add this role to any other services in next videos. Like for example, when we are seeing the EC2 instance, how to create EC2 instance, we will see how to add this role to the any service. Next, we will see policy, how to create a policy. For creating any policy, just click on policies. And if I want to create any policy, just you can click on create policy. And we have to select the, for example, if you want to create the policy for EC2 instance, just select the EC2 instance. And if you want to allow all the permissions for EC2, just you can select this one. It will be added all the permissions of EC2. Or else if you want to give only specific permission in EC2, just you can click on expand all. You can see these are the different permissions are available. I want to add only one or two permissions. Just I can select the permissions here. So I'm just having you adding this permission start instances and start instances. If I'm clicking on it, I can see grant permission to start a stopper instances. If any instance is stopped, we can start the instances. If I'm just giving this permission, just have to click here, and after selecting the permission, which permission you are going to give, and we have to click on add ARN. Why we are giving this add ARN means we have to select which account you are going to add. If I want to going to add this policy to this account, just you can select here this account, click on this account, and if you want to add to any other account, just you can click on any other account, and it will be providing you the account ID. And so if I'm giving other account, you have to give the account ID here. I'm just selecting on this account, and here it is asking which region you are going to add. Just you can mention the region also. If you want to add for only Mumbai, just you can give the Mumbai, or else if you want to add to all the regions, just click on any region. And here also you can select if you want to add this to any specific instance. This will be typing the instance ID, or else you want to add this for all the instances. This you can click on any instances, and after that click on add ARN, and after that click on next. And after clicking on next, just we have to give the policy name. I'm just giving here EC2 start policy. And after that, I'm just clicking on create policy. You can see the policy has been created here. EC2 start policy. And if you want to add this policy to anything, you can just add this one. We have to add this policy to any role. And after that, if you want to assign to any EC2, you can assign. And after that, you will see how to customize your password. Here you can see if you click on account settings, right? And this one is the default password policy. If you want to change the password policy, you can change. By default, you have to enter 8 characters, and it should be uppercase, lowercase, number, and non-alphabetical. It has to ensure this and all. And if you want to give never password expire, or if you want to give anything, just you can click on edit. And here you can see this one is default password. And if you want to customize it, just you can click on customize. And if you want to change the password length, just you can give your 16. And after that, you can select your, if the password should like add uppercase, you can select this one. It also include lowercase, or it also like include one number and special characters. You can select these options. And password should expire. Like I have told you, if you want to give, if any IAM user is logging in, and after 10 days, you have to change the password. Just you can give your 10 days. And next one, if you want to allow user to change their own password when they're logging in, just you can select this option. And if you want to give this option, also you can give. And also if you want to password expiration requires administrator reset, means suppose he cannot able to change the password when the password is expired. If you want to administrator has to change the password, means you have to select this option. I'm not selecting. If you want to change the password policy, yes, you can come to this one custom, and you can select what is the password length you want and what are the things you want. You can select, and you can just click on save changes. Just giving I am default. Just clicking on cancel. And next, if you click on this credential report, right, you'll be getting some. If you click on download credential report, you'll be getting all the details, like what are the things we have used, how many users we have created. You can see I'm just getting the user, I have root account and demo user account I have created, and dev one I'm having here. And you can see when the account has been created, at time and the date you will be having. Then some details. You can see password enabled, password is there for both the things, and password has been last used And when the password has been changed, when the can see when the password next rotation is when the password going to change next, there is null. And if MFA is activated, it will show you as there is no activated. You'll get all the report here if you click on credential report. Next, we'll how to delete all the things. If you want to delete any policies, what we have created, just click on policies and select the policy which you are going to delete. These are policy I have created, selecting, and just click on action. Click on delete. If you want to attach this anything, this will be clicking on attach. Just click on delete, and we have to type the policy name. This is my policy name. I'm just copying and pasting here, and then just click on delete. You can see the policy has been deleted. And if I want to delete the role, what I have created, this is the role I have created. If I want to delete it, just select that role and click on delete. And we have to type the role name, click on delete. Same as if I want to delete any users, yes, you can select the user and then just click on delete it. And you have to type the username, just copy and paste it, and then just click on delete user. If I want to delete this user also, I can just select this one and I'm just click on delete and type the username and click on delete user. Same as if I want to delete the groups, I can select the groups and then just click on delete it. And we have to type your delete. And after that, just click on delete. You can see the users, what we have created, we have deleted. Users, roles, policies. Like we have saw how to create user groups and how to create policy. And in last video, I have shown how to add MFA and how to change the password policy. Because this will be the custom password policy. If you want to change, you can change. I have shown you that also. And this one called as regions and IoT zones. In each region, we'll be having different IoT zones. And where you will get the region means in right side, this one will called as region. As I told, if you're coming for the IAM, it will be in global. And next, if you're having any queries, just you can contact in WhatsApp or you can call or else you can mail. And thank you.